What's going on, guys? This is Alec here and welcome to episode 12 of my Swansea City career mode. Before we go any further on to the episode, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that commented on the last video. I did go out and buy FIFA 17 for the Xbox, but massive shout out to these people here on screen telling me to keep the series going. Also, I want to quickly give a massive shout out to Harry J, Reese Nicholson and Peter Mills. They're the people that I've noticed that have commented most on my videos of lately, so yeah, enjoy the episode. Okay, so into the episode we go. I obviously had to refamiliarise myself with everything that was going on. We're top of the league after 15 games played, 4 points ahead of Leicester, 5 points ahead of United and Spurs, but they've both got games in hand. And as you could see from the start there, Sunderland was the last game we played, and West Brom is our first game coming up this time. I did listen to a lot of your feedback. As you can see, Barrow, Sigurdsson, who else have we got there? We've got Baston and Depay, all in the top 15 scorers of the Premier League so far this season. And yeah, on to the first game. We've got West Brom away at the Hawthorns. Never an easy place to go. Tony Pulis is kind of renowned for his quote-unquote boring style of football. Very defensive teams, West Brom set up. There he is, looking like Jonathan Davis. But yeah, onto West Brom. Here's the team. Hal Robson-Kanu, the Welsh hero, up front. And as you can see, the back line is a pretty weak one. Van Beek, never heard of him. Johnny Evans and Craig Dawson. Dawson is one that I really wanted to take it. Well, and Chris Brunt, to be fair. I've got really fast wingers. They've got really slow wing backs, but as you can see from our team here, if you went back looked at the Sunderland episode, we actually made a good few changes. Montero, Taylor, Amat, Rangel, Key coming in. I think Jack Cork is a new player in that team as well. Fernando Llorente starting up front, just because this game was a midweek game, as you can see from the lighting. Some things that have changed from the last episode. I've actually got a new microphone, and I've actually upgraded the quality of my Elgato, so hopefully them two are making a better video. You may be able to hear a bit of croakiness in my voice or a bit of illness in my voice. I am feeling a bit ill, but a good chance here. Montero gets inside Dawson, as we said we were going to, chips it into the box, and Sigurdsson with an unbelievable bicycle kick. I did so much good work there with Montero, got myself into a good position, and as I pressed chip on that cross, I thought, oh no, what have I done? I should have just passed it across easy. But Sigurdsson improvises and bicycle kicks it into that bottom left hand corner. We're 1-0 up early on in the game. As you can see here, closing up into half-time, here's Jack Cork with a long ball over to Barrow. Not something I usually do, but I tried it then because he was in space. There's still more Barrow. Good ball into the box, and Llorente wins that header. It's 2-0 just before half-time, and I was pretty confident from this point on. West Brom are quite a negative team, so going forward, you know, they don't pose too much threats. As you can see from this game, I haven't shown any highlights of West Brom so far this game. And yeah, coming up to half-time, they were on the attack, but the referee blows up. Going on into the second half, like I said, I was a little bit confident, so I kept the ball a lot. Here's Llorente into Sigurdsson, a good strike but a good save from Boaz Myhill. Not sure why Ben Foster wasn't playing, but he wasn't. And from the resulting corner, Llorente with a good chance. It's kind of cleared off the line. I think that was McManaman there that failed to clear it, and Myhill, somehow that's not a back pass. But onto Keeson Young now, into Montero. There's still Montero with a good bit of work. Montero slips it through to Keeson Young, one-on-one with the keeper, and he scores. Not the best finish, as you'll see from the replay. I think Myhill probably should have done a little bit better than what he did there. He actually does get a fingertip to it, but doesn't manage to push it wide. Johnny Evans nearly giving away a penalty there. But yeah, we're smooth sailing now, 3-0 against West Brom. And a lot of people were commenting about sliders in the last couple of episodes I've done, and I've never really fiddled about with sliders, so you'll see after this game I do try and thing. But onto the game, Montero down the left wing really was a problem, and poor keeping from Myhill. And Fernando Llorente scores 2 this game. He's making it really hard for me, because I'm not going to lie, guys, I was really thinking about selling Fernando Llorente in the January transfer window, just because he doesn't really do that much for me. But he's scoring goals, so I can't really justify selling him at this point. I like Boaz Baston. He's a decent player. West Brom get a chance there 73 minutes into the game. I think that was actually their first chance. And obviously 4-0 down, they're trying to create some more plays, but it's pretty basic stuff to defend, really. We brought a few subs on, like Jay Fulton and stuff, towards the end of the game, just to give them a bit of game time. But yeah, that's 4-0. We shake hands with Pulis. We'll take that. Like I said, I'm playing on legendary difficulty right now, guys, and I'm not going to go into massive depth to prove to you that I am playing on legendary, because I'm just take my word for it. I'm winning 4-0 in games like this. It's not realistic, and so a lot of people were commenting about sliders. Now, here are all the sliders. I'm not showing this to prove to you. I'm showing this because I'm going to put a few of the CPU ones up. I'm not going to fiddle with my ones because I find that my one's okay. I put the marking up on the CPU to 58. I think the full back positioning is one that I put up as well to 54. But yeah, on to our next game. We've got Middlesbrough away from home at the Riverside. Two tough games away from home. Middlesbrough are obviously a new team coming up. They've got some good players like Gaston Ramirez, David Nugent, and I've just fiddled about with the sliders like you saw, and let me tell you, it made such a difference. This game was a lot harder to break down the backline defensively. Going from 4-0 to this game into this game was a massive shock. As you can see, we did make a lot of changes. Boha, Baston coming back in. Basically a whole new team apart from Vorm, Curtis Davis, Sigurdsson and Barrow. I believe they are the four that I like to keep throughout the team. But yeah, this was definitely an interesting game. I was a bit sceptical to see how good Middlesbrough would be playing. They've got some good players in there that I like. But Daroon with the interception into Gaston Ramirez. Lovely bit of skill to beat Reece Oxford. And I do think Vorm could have done better with that save. You'll be able to see from the replay, 7 minutes into the game, we're down already. But Gaston with a lovely bit of skill past Reece Oxford. I'm not going to lie, the game before in the West Brom game, Jordi Amat was really, really good. So I may have to look into putting him into the team instead of Reece Oxford now. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think down below about that one. But yeah, look at this turn from Gaston, just past Reece Oxford. And Vorm debatably could have done better. I'm not sure. But yeah, Middlesbrough piling on the pressure. Still, Garcia with a good long ball into the back post to Stuani, but that was never really testing the keeper, Michel Vorm there. Free kick from Middlesbrough now. Stuani puts the ball in. I don't know why Reece Oxford didn't get that away, but he doesn't, and it's Gibson on the ball now. Goes for the shot, is parried away, but Middlesbrough still keeping up the pressure and a good effort, but just goes wide of the post. I mean, they'll be disappointed that they haven't done better there. But coming up to half time, we're trying to see if we can conjure up anything. Use Memphis into Kingsley, to Leroy Fair. We've got a decent opportunity now into Barrow, and he goes for the first time shot on his weak foot. And it's probably best we don't talk about that chance ever again. But going on into the second half, a massive shambles here. Falls nicely to Depay. He's holding off his defender now. Just taking our time now. We gained a bit of composure. Comes into Fair. Back into Memphis, and a good shot on his weaker foot. Good save down low from the keeper. I'm not actually sure who this keeper they had in goals was, because they've got some good keepers like Guzan. But we've got a good chance here. Norton, it comes out, it's to Leroy Fair, into Baston with a good chance, and he scores. Slots it down into that bottom left corner. I was really happy with that goal. 66 minutes into the game, I struggled all game to create a good chance. And Norton coming down the wing, it falls a bit luckily. Leroy Fair wins a good header, but that's a lovely take on the chest down from Baston and a lovely finish. But like I was saying about the keeper, they've got Victor Valdez and Guzan, and they were playing this keeper that I've never heard of before. It was like Medija, something like that, or Medea. But going on later into the game, here's Baston with a good chance, and he scores. The keeper choice proves costly, I guess. I do think the keeper should have done better there. As you'll see from this replay, it was a good bit of play. Barrow holds the ball up nicely, and Baston makes a good run. And we drill it low, but that's not in the corner. I do think the keeper should have done a little bit better here. Don't take anything away from Baston. It was a good finish, kept it down low. But yeah, I was really chuffed with that one as well, because like I said, this game was so hard to play. But to cap the game off here, Memphis Depay through 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he misses. I couldn't believe it. We were 1-on-1 with the keeper. That's the type of range he loves, but it doesn't matter. We win this game 2-1. Please slap a like on, guys, for this the comeback of the Swansea City career mode. I'll try and get a double upload today. But yeah, regardless of that, thank you guys for watching. And before I outro this, I just want to say again a massive thank you to everyone that supported the series so far. I was trying to get this out as soon as I can, but he was wrong. He does actually accept this contract offer. I don't know whether I show him accepting it, but yeah, like I said, please let me know all the suggestions down below on what you think I should do with this series. And yeah, January transfer window coming up soon, so leave your comments on that. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace.
32 points. In fourth, rising up the table, are Manchester United with 30 points. In fifth and falling are Stoke